Hello everybody and welcome back to The Elegant Life. I am Erin Kurt, a spiritual teacher and speaker who assists women in living and manifesting a gorgeous, exquisite life for themselves. What are we going to be talking about today, ladies? Well, here it is. We finished a series last week on how to connect with the divine, and where are we moving on to? Well, something very, very important. We've spent the last 5 weeks looking at how to connect with divine energy, the divine God. Now, here's the question that I get most often from women and my answer to them. The question I get is, Erin, how do you feel happy, fulfilled, peaceful inside when you're dealing with so much going on in life? Certain things that come to mind are, my kids have all left the home, and now I'm at a point in my life where I have to rediscover who I am, figure out what I want, what's the next phase of my life going to be about, or you've had maybe the passing of a parent to deal with. Maybe you're still in the throes of it. You had children later in life than I did. And so you're managing young children and career and so much at once. There's a lot of different things, but a lot of the women say, how do I get fulfillment and inner peace and bliss when I'm dealing with all this? And here is my answer. You're going to want to get a paper and pen, because this is so key and important for you to know. You can pause the video if you want and get a piece of paper and pen. All right. Your success and fulfillment and level of happiness is based on where you are now and the distance you are from knowing and embodying that you are a part of divine energy. You are a vibrational being. Now, notice I didn't say your understanding of it, your knowledge of it. No, I said your knowingness and your embodiment of, which means you live your life. So if your distance between knowing that and embodying that is like this, there's going to be a long bit of space in here that's going to be preparing you, sending you circumstances to grow and opportunities for learning. You're going to be trying to become the woman who's a vibrational match to that which you said you desired. Now, if your embodiment and knowingness is like here, well, this distance is very small, isn't it? I went through a time in my life where the distance was like, and at that point in time, I'm going to be very open and honest. I called myself a spiritual woman. I was a spiritual woman. I believed in something greater than myself. I lived with, praying and setting intentions, and I read so many books, I can't even tell you. I had knowledge up the yin-yang. But nothing made that lasting, impactful transformation in my life, or that breakthrough, or that life that I was envisioning for myself and desiring. I tried the secrets, I tried that all. So what was my issue? My issue was that I had some understanding, but I didn't have the embodiment of it. And then after probably, there were 2 really intense times in my life. Well, actually 3. The third one was an extremely, extremely difficult time for me, where I went into a depression and I didn't know how to get myself out of it. So many things happened. To make a long story short, many things were happening, but I tried to turn it around by finally, my last pregnancy stuck because I had quite a few miscarriages. And it stuck, and I was going to make this birth a beautiful one. I did hypnobirthing for 3 months. I listened to that hypno thing, that audio that you listen to, like in the morning, in the evening. I did during the day visualizations of this birth, and it was going to be beautiful. I mean, this, oh my God, you should have seen this in my head, how gorgeous it was going to be. And I really, truly believed that that was how it was going to be. And then it wasn't. It was profoundly medieval. Blood was spurting out of my veins because she couldn't get the thing in fast enough. I was throwing up. She couldn't find my veins, so more blood. My daughter pushed herself outside of me without me ever pushing from 5 centimeters, so you can feel the pressure that would have been, and she pushed my cervix outside of my body. I'm talking, the whole thing was like completely the opposite of what I had envisioned. And at that moment, I can feel in my heart, there still must be something to heal there, because I can feel the pain of feeling abandoned by God. I thought, from all my books and my knowledge, that I knew enough to make that experience what it needed to be for me. And when it wasn't, whoa, I gave up. I lost hope. I disconnected and went into a very, very deep depression. And many things started to happen because of that. And basically, my life was crumbling. If there's a lot of people who've been following me for a long time, you didn't know that story. You didn't see it. You saw all the outside, but on the inside, my whole life was crumbling. And what happened was I went to a spiritual retreat. It was a friend that had tried to do a clearing process on me and said, look, we're doing this clearing. I think you really are blocked, Erin. You need to clear this. So my husband and I actually went, and it was the most amazing clearing experience ever. And on one particular day, when I was having a little bit of a low day, I felt like, oh my God, I don't understand anything still. I don't know what this universe is about. You know, the spiritual teacher said to me, Erin, your suffering comes to you because you still think and believe that God is outside of you. But God is inside of you, and you are a part of it. And until you realize that, there will always be this disconnect in your life. And at that point, I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know how to do it. How do I connect? How do I, and I just felt completely confused, and I didn't know what to do. We had a clearing at about an hour after that little chat session that I had, and it was a profound clearing. And at the end of it, when I was just kind of laying there and just allowing my body to rest, I had this experience that I never knew how to explain, and only found the words this year, that it was an experience of complete nirvana. My physical body dissolved and became at one with the all source energy, God energy. And after that, it's like I compare it to when you see a mathematician who, you know, you see those formulas all over the place and it looks really confusing, but to them they just go and they come up with some very simple formula for such a complex problem. For me, at that moment, after I had that experience, and then I had this profound experience where the biggest light you can imagine went throughout my whole body, and it was like, and it was like the truths of the universe were just, blink. Everything was understood. It was like it was always a part of me. I knew exactly how everything worked. These universal truths were just downloaded to me. I knew how to live my life. I knew how to go on. I kept saying to the spiritual teacher, I feel like my insides are smiling. I feel like I'm smiling inside from the in. How do I keep this? What changed? Understanding these principles and knowing them and embodying them. Now, what if I was to tell you that I have been working for about 3 or 4 months now, putting together the most exquisite spiritual retreat that you can come to narrow your distance, to learn elegant principles, to do the exact same clearing process that I went through, as well as learn the elegant clearing process during those moments during the day when you need it and you can't lie down and do a whole session. The elegant clearing process is something you do in the moment, and you clear anything that's going to block you. It's so much more than that, but I'll let you read that somewhere else. I'm going to be teaching you all of the elegant principles, and you are going to be embodying them. You're not just going to have more knowledge. We're done with chatting about it. This is not a retreat for women to just come together and chat again about spiritual principles. This is about you embodying them. This is not just about meditation. This is not about just being silent. I want to keep a lot of secrets to myself because this is a very sacred thing that I know does not exist out there. I'm not going to go into it too much other than to say, if you are a woman who desires a deep spiritual connection to Source, and at the same time, you adore beautiful things and beauty and luxury and the finer things in life, then this is the retreat for you. There are many retreats, there are retreats in India, in Bali, and yes, they're all for a purpose. But if you're the woman that wants both, you want to live in this material world and be able to manifest and create experiences and live this life 360, but at the same time have that core of connection being your total guidance, this is the Elegant Life Experience. And I've put this together. It's a 5-night, 4-day experience in one of the most beautiful locations, in the most luxurious of settings and the most spiritual of settings. I will let you read and learn all about it. The only thing I really want to caution you to is this. Because for me, anything I do has to be beautiful, meaningful, and elegant, and sacred. And so I am only opening this up to 20 women. If you read the page and you feel emotionally connected, and there's a knowingness that you so want to be there, that you need to be there, this is the gift that you need to give yourself. Don't wait until the end, because I'm doing a lot of speaking in Dubai here, and the spots are going to fill up. So if you feel, I'm giving you, because you are a follower of mine, I'm giving you first dibs, basically, to this retreat and the spots at this retreat. But there are many women waiting on the wings. They're just waiting for me to open the webpage. And, how long do you want to wait for the spiritual transformation? How long do you want to wait for the success, the fulfillment, the perfect partner, the most ideal body, the feeling of fulfillment and purpose in life? How long do you want to wait for that? This is 4 full days and 5 nights with some of the most open-hearted and perfect women for you. And why do I know that? Because anyone who's drawn to the elegant life in my teachings are similar. They are just similar. I know that because I coach many of them. I know the backgrounds. I know their likes and their interests and their personalities. You will be coming together with a bunch of women who are so similar to you that it's going to be one of the most fun, exciting, profound gifts that you will ever experience in your lifetime. And I know that sounds grandiose, but you should see what this is going to be. I'm so excited. So right now, I have just opened the page live for you. It's theelegantlifeexperience.com. Go there, read through it, watch the video. If you have feelings, remember the divine speaks to you in feelings. If you have a knowingness or a very strong desire, get your ticket now. Save your space. On that note, I will see you next week, where we will continue sharing elegant life principles and share this with any woman you know who this could serve. Because if you come to the event with someone, you can actually save on the ticket price. So that's a benefit to you. Much love to you. We'll see you next week.